appreciate it. We are excited today because we're going to be looking at the Coleman 17R. It's like the 17B. Now the 17B is probably one of the most, I don't know how to put it, popular and as well as priced well RVs there are for beginners that you can find. The 17R is more or less the same one, except it's not a bunkhouse configuration. Instead of being able to sleep 5 or 6 people, it can still sleep 4 quite comfortably. And we're gonna look at it today because it's got some neat, the floor plans are different in a way that seems roomier, plus there's a few other things going on. So here we are today, and we're gonna be, our guide is going to be laying sheets. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And he's going to help us if we have any questions. And we're just thrilled and excited to finally be able to see a 17R. We've been trying to do this for over a year. So here we go. Oh, before we do it, please, this is your opportunity to hit that subscribe and like button, and maybe thinking about what kind of comments or questions you're going to have. We appreciate the heck out of it when you do that, okay? So don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? Here we go. All right, that's a 17B right there. Then we're moving over to the 17R. Even at a glance, you can tell there's a little bit of difference. Notice the window configuration? That's because of the different floor plan. A floor plan that I think is gonna make it feel a lot roomier on the inside. Okay, so here we go.
Well, like the main differences between last year's model and this year's model is they actually made the space on the inside a lot more roomier. The bathroom is not nearly as big, but like it's still big enough to where you can do exactly what you need to do out of it, but you have a little bit more open space on the inside. So let's go look.
Try the best you can to capture the feel of this, all right? Now with the 17B, we've got the bulkhead right here that is actually the end of the dinette sits right here, which to me, because I sleep on this side, is kind of in the way. But now this is great big open with this mattress here. With the 17B, you have to kind of crawl to this end to get out. With the 17R, you just spin your legs around and get up. Isn't that cool? That it just feels roomier, friendlier maybe. I don't know how to put it, but like I said, this window is different. The counter here, the sink and everything is over here instead of being over here, and I just think it works better with the dinette and everything. All right, now the bathroom, okay. We don't have juice probably. No, that's okay. I want you to get in here and see this. This bathroom is obviously roomier on the 17R than it is on the 17B. I mean, it's still kind of a tiny bathroom, but this is an RV. Come on. Okay, how about that? Did you kind of get a feel for how much larger the bathroom is on the 17R than it is? I'm excited about this. This is a neat RV. I wish we would have bought one of these instead of the 17B. But the thing that's really cool, of course, is compared to the 17B, the 17R has these really weird looking things called closets. And you can store, it's got a closet rod up there, the whole thing. You can store a lot of stuff in here, towels and clothes. My goodness gracious. That's enough for a trip for us any day, isn't it? And so that's pretty neat. Let's see, what else can I say about the 17R? This dinette, of course, converts to a 6-foot long bed. And it's actually a pretty good size, nice bed when you make it up, all right? We loan ours to our daughter, son-in-law, and 2 grandkids, and the grandkids just love this bed. Even though we're giving them the 17B, the boy sleeps in the bunk bed and the girl sleeps on this, and everybody's just really happy. But it works out great. What I would do if I had this, of course, is I would, how do you put this? Take advantage of one of the 17B's and 17R shortcomings, and that is the teddy bear mattress, okay? The teddy bear mattress that comes with the 17B and 17R is not a great mattress. Well, you can say that almost about all mattresses in RVs. The first thing everyone does is replace the mattress. The teddy bear mattress is better now than it was in, say, 2022 when we bought ours, but it's still not a great mattress. You know, well, this is an economy entry-level RV. I would get a new mattress for the main bed, and then I would put that teddy bear mattress here with these things here underneath it. And I'm telling you, you got a kid who loves sleeping on that. All right, between the two of them together, it makes a nice, cushy, comfortable bed. But the teddy bear mattress on the 17B or 17R, not great. And Camping World, if you go to their website where they talk about it, they'll even say that too. Okay. Camping World does have a nice mattress they'll be more than happy to sell you for about $300. Okay, which is a pretty good price for a mattress. You can pay $1,000 for an RV mattress all over the place, but for $300 they'll sell you a pretty good RV mattress. Just between you and me, I would ask them to throw it in. You walk up and say, "Hey, I like that 17R. I'll take it if you throw in a mattress." I'd be willing to bet that a salesman would jump at that. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Just saying, all right. So anyway, that's the kind of way it works. Okay, and so I always say haggle, but that would be a great place to start. Like I said, no salesman worth his salt is going to say, "Nope, you can't have it." You know, if you want a mattress too, because they'll throw in a mattress. That's no problem. And so anyway, the 17R, it's got a lot of the same good stuff, but a couple of the things. Well, let's look around and see if it has one of the issues that I have. All right, well, yeah, we got that thing. Oh, look, it's over here. All right, this is kind of cool. It solves a problem with the 17B. The 17B's kitchen countertop is on the other side, which means every single electrical outlet for the 17B is right here next to the door. If you have the dinette over here on this side, and you want to work on your computer, or you want to do something that that requires power, you got to run an extension cord across the walkway. All right, and hang it down from the ceiling or something like that. And a lot of people do. Look at this. You don't have to do that with the 17R. It's got an outlet over here on this side, trash can place right there, but it's got an outlet there, and it's got an outlet over here. It's got outlets on both sides of the RV. In the next couple of days, I'm going to be putting an outlet in my 17B over next to the dinette, which is on this side. So we will have an outlet near the dinette for use if we're using the dinette for a workspace. Well, you don't have to do that with the 17R. And that's one of the neat things about the 17R is that they've really thought it out with regard to what say a retired couple or a young couple might want. You don't need bunk beds, all right? And like I said, if you're a couple with kids that aren't 6 feet tall, you can put them here. This still sleeps 4 people, all right? And the same shortcoming, let's check, that the 17B has, I bet exists here too. Yeah. I'm 6'1", which means I have a hard time in this shower, just like with the 17B. Well, I don't get in an RV and take off and go to the mountains or the beach or anything like that just so I can shower in a campground. I don't spend a lot of time in there. The fact that it's a little bit cramped for me to take a shower to wash off in, big deal, all right? Yeah, if I wanted to pay $40,000, I could get an RV with a taller shower. So we don't have to do that. The 17R, I think, is a better thought out entry-level RV than the 17B is. And I love our 17B. My wife and I both love it. And the 17 series, like the 17B, 17R, that's an online community, kind of like, I don't know, the Airstream people. They get together and share ideas and do all kinds of stuff. 17Bers, I call the 17B a kit that you get to personalize to your needs, I guess you could say. Well, the 17R is less that. The 17R comes a little bit better set up to start with, all right? The 17R and the 17B are both listed as being 17 feet long, hence the 17. Honestly, they're more like 18 feet. But I mean, if you took just the floor plan square footage, it would be 17. But the nose of the thing sticks out a little bit. It's really closer to like 18. When you say, Lane?
It's actually more like 21.
Well,
With-
yeah,
with
if you
the
do
tongue
length
and all
overall,
that, but
yeah, length
Yeah.
overall counting the tongue, then you get to say it's 21.
But I agree. It's probably more like 18 on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I just measured ours because I was going to get a cover for it. And so anyway, it's got all the same stuff. It's got the refrigerator, nice little refrigerator, nice little microwave. I like it. It's got things in it that the 17B only dreamed of. So it's kind of neat. And like I said, having that, this is one of the things I was worried about, was having that outlet on this side. We have power already on the opposite side because the 17B has that dumb R17B, which they quit doing, has a radio built into the cabinet, which uses up a third of cabinet space, and which means it's already got electricity. So I'm putting in an outlet underneath here. I'll have a video about that. But you don't have to on the 17R. Isn't that cool? All right. All right. Lane, what else do you have to add about the 17R compared to the 17B?
Other than what you talked about being the most versatile camper probably on the camp and like the whole camp community, it's definitely one of the ones that you can get the most experience out of because you're saving money to actually use it on trips. So like that expenditure is significant. So I think you're going to get a lot out of these Coleman 17Bs and 17Rs for sure.
Well, all right. What is the price of the 17R compared to the 17B?
That price is the exact same. It's $15,995 is what we've got it listed at. So essentially $16,000 for a brand new camper.
Heck of a deal. Now this comes already wired up for solar, right? Just like the 17B.
Yeah.
It's got stabilizing jacks on the rear, not on the front.
Yes, sir.
It's got 3 28-gallon tanks, 28 gallons of fresh water plus 28 gallons of black water and 28 gallons of gray water. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I don't know what else to say about it. If you go to our site and look at all the things we say about the 17B, and then consider the differences between the 17B and the 17R, if you're not a family that needs to be able to sleep 5 or 6 people with bunk beds, and some people do, and there are some advantage to do that. If you got a 8-year-old and a 9-year-old who like sleeping in the bunk beds, then hey, I'm a bunk bed kind of person. I've slept in bunk beds a lot of my life, and I've always liked them myself. And I always like the top bunk.
Not at home.
Huh?
Not at home.
No. But I was in the military for 6 years, and fire service and things like that. And so bunk beds and I just get along great. And if you're a 9-year-old, they're fun, So yeah. So anyway, 17R. I am so excited to finally get to be in one, and we're going to show just a few more shots here without people in it, so you can kind of see the idea. Be sure to look at this. The bed I really like a lot because it doesn't have that bulkhead. This thing right here pushed up against it, which makes it kind of difficult, and also kind of gives you a more of an open feel, So hey, consider the 17R, but consider it fast because these things are kind of going off the lot. They can't keep them. I've been trying for months to find a Camping World in this area, and we have a lot of Camping Worlds in this area, that has one available. And Lane called me yesterday and said, hey, we got a couple of them in, you want to come see it? And I'm just very grateful for that. So check out the 17R, I think I said that wrong, but 17R, and compare it to the 17B and get what you want. I asked for Lane here, he's him and Moses are two guys that know the 17Bs and 17Rs. So those are the two. Ask for Lane. If he's not here, ask for Moses. Okay, isn't that about a good way to say that?
Yes.
And so there you go. And get that free mattress, Okay. All right. With that, I'm going to leave you. Hey,
I'll give you one. Maybe Moses won't, so that's for me.
There you go. There you go. Right there. And so, so anyway, the 17R. I am so excited to finally get to see one. Although I wish I had one. So, all right. We'll see you next time down the road.